If you're having coffee with me, I'd welcome you to my tangle of words and invite you to feel at home. It's raining, courtesy of the remnants of the now dissipated Cyclone Chido, the third cyclone of the 2024-2025 cyclone season, which left a trail of devastation in Mayotte, Comoros, and Mozambique. Our Met Department forecast that there might be heavy rains in some areas with hails, storms, and strong winds, which might carry a potential threat, but not as severe as a cyclone would cause. The rains are a welcome respite from the hot spell where temperatures were averaging 30 degrees Celsius and even more in some areas. Is this global warming and climate change? Because I've never been this hot before, and usually around now we should already be in the rain season. But it's been dry and hot till now. If you're having coffee with me, I'd ask if you know how cyclones get their names. Chido is a Zimbabwean Shona name which means wish or desire. One of the last devastating cyclones we experienced, Cyclone Idai, also had a Zimbabwean name. There was a time when hurricanes and cyclones only got female names, alluding to the fury of a storm being equated to that of a woman scorned. The World Meteorological Organization has a strict procedure for the naming of storms, incorporating suggestions from WMO member nations through the original tropical cyclone bodies. They pick on short names that are easy to pronounce, as well as have relatable significance to the people in the region. Cyclones get named when they reach the moderate tropical storm stage, following an alphabetical list beginning each cyclone season. In the Southwest Indian Ocean, tropical systems are named from a list compiled by 15 countries and chosen by consensus during the Tropical Cyclone Committee, which is normally held every 2 years. If you're having coffee with me, I'll tell you that the rain has been on and off, just like the windy episodes, but otherwise it feels like there's been much ado about Chido. Some have been joking about how Chido is probably employed by the power utility company and went into load shedding. It might seem in bad taste to joke about something that has caused destruction, but sometimes relief from one thing just highlights the underlying trauma. I was looking forward to a deluge of rain with a hope that the Kariba Dam would fill up, giving us water for electricity generation, the hydroelectric power plant, and a decrease in load shedding. But it's really looking like we're headed into another drought here, despite the Met Department forecast of normal to above normal rainfall for this rain season. If you're having coffee with me, I'll tell you that Christmas is about a week away and the city of Harare finally had the Christmas light ceremony. It's beginning to look like Christmas in the Sunshine City. I could be wrong, but it felt like they left it a bit too late to switch on the festive lights and did it more as an afterthought. Like, oh, someone turn on the lights. And just a short while later, there was darkness in Harare CBD as the electricity went out. They say it was a fault. Maybe it was load shedding. Maybe the Grinch was trying to steal the light at the end of the tunnel. If you were having coffee with me, I'll tell you that we're not strangers to inopportune power blackouts. But the most embarrassing one happened during a live broadcast of the 2025 budget when the lights went out during the Minister of Finance's conclusion of the budget and the President had to exit Parliament in the darkness. Ironically, the budget had not highlighted policies that would alleviate the power situation, like for example incentives for solar and backup power solutions and for independent power producers to feed into the grid. Instead, the government is concerned with our health and growing obesity that they will be introducing a tax on fast foods to promote healthy eating habits. How benevolent of them, right? If you're having coffee with me, I would ask if you remember Sophia the robot. Well, her name isn't on the list of cyclones, unless if we ever have an AI storm. Anywho, as part of her 8-year anniversary tour, the talking robot made an appearance at a University of Zimbabwe AI Summit draped in our national fabric. Local media who have been living under a rock for the past 8 years made it seem like Zimbabwe had created its first AI robot, with some even referring to it as Nehanda Sophia, as if Nehanda's bones would be reborn as an AI robot. But then again, that would make a most interesting tale. What's been happening in your neck of the woods?